Hi traders, good morning. Welcome to this video on the euro dollar and pound dollar. My name is Chris Forsick from Elite Currency. And as always, we start with the euro dollar. So what happened? Well, price indeed completing one more leg lower. A wave C probably, we had this fib on, and the choppy upside was capped by the 21 EMA and the 38.2 and 50 fib zone. And we got a bearish swing as expected, and price made it all the way down to the minus 272 target. The first target we had in mind at 117.75. So I'm happy with the euro dollar analysis, and indeed the head and shoulders zone plus minus playing out here with the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder making inverted head and shoulders zone. The entire target zone was somewhere between 117.25, 117.50, and 117.75. Ultimately, price bounced at the first target. We had a wick at the bottom of the daily candle, and price moving up higher. There was some rejection as it tried to break above the 21 EMA zone. But ultimately, I think that considering the larger picture, where we have probably an ABC completed here, we have divergence in a falling wedge here. We had a strong upside, and the inverted head and shoulders pattern. I am leaning towards a bullish bounce at this purple zone, and that seems to be happening, and I expect a continuation at this moment. Now, the bullish bounce is already behind us here. So what's next? Well, I think that the re-break above the 20 EMA zone, this is the first break. The second break typically works pretty well. So if we get that push above the 20 EMA zone, I think there's a fair chance that they will break above this mini double top here and move higher. Let's get rid of this ABC fib here. And in that case, we'll put the fib back on from here to here. There we go. And I think if it breaks above the double top, the 21 EMA zone, there's a fair chance that it will get to the minus 272 target at 119.75. 120, of course, is a round psychological level as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get a break, flag, and continuation up to that target for the moment. That's what I'm looking at. If by any chance, and this is a what-if scenario, it breaks through this support trend line, of course, in that case, there might be a bigger break, or sorry, not a bigger break, but this one more break towards the 61.8 fib. But I'm not really bearish unless it breaks through, these fib zones here and makes a flag and it continues lower. Of course, if it breaks through this bottom, that changes perspectives. My bullish analysis is invalid and out of the window, and there should be a follow through to 116 and 115.50 and 115. But I'm not expecting that. I think that there's a better chance for price to make this upside to the 272 target, and it could go more than that. If there's another flag, I would expect to move up to these fib targets to challenge the larger top for the moment. So I think there's plenty of space to the upside as long as it starts to break above these long-term moving averages. You can see, I think, a lot of space there, a lot of space here, a lot of space here. There was quite impulsive price action in that zone. I would expect it again with the euro dollar here again. All right, pound USD, I would say I was happy with the euro dollar analysis. I think that was correct. With the pound dollar, I was not correct. I'm going to be fully transparent here. I was bullish, then I switched to bearish. Ultimately, it was bullish. Pound dollar is a lot of whipsaws. It's making impulses up, down, down, up, and the cable can do that. It can be a little bit tricky with that regard because it can flip on a dime, flip again, and this ultimately I was not right in the fact that my Monday analysis was incorrect with the fact that I thought it would be an ABC zigzag. It wasn't an ABC zigzag because we broke the top, so that's a clear invalidation. Ultimately, we did get an ABC kind of pattern, but it was not a zigzag. It was an ABC flat, probably in my view. But let me check if it didn't break the top enough. No, it could be. You see, it didn't break this 138.2 fib, so it could be an ABC kind of flat correction, for instance. All right, but let's take a look at the bigger picture because it is quite, I would say, a difficult read, and we had a break of the top, the double top, but it just got rejected and found its way back to the bottom in the 144 EMA. So it's It's almost like the cable is has uh, has no direction, and I think maybe that's the best term at this moment. If we look at the moving averages, we could see that they're flat, they're on top of each other. So that is always a little bit of a tricky environment, and maybe I should have known better on Monday and last week that that's not a good signal, and typically a very nasty environment for any particular trades when it's so squeezed. Um, but anyhow, looking at the bigger picture though, I think it really could break in both directions, to be very honest. And it could make a pop up to test the top, but the top is not too far. It it could bounce back down without breaking that top. It could pop down to retest the bottom and then bounce at the bottom, because it could be making a triangle pattern with the A, B, C, D, E, or A, B, C, D, E. But both a bearish and bullish version basically. So both are possible at this point, and I don't see any favorite at this moment. But typically a wave C is more complicated. So if this is an A, B, C, or A, B, C, yeah. So this probably, maybe, let me put the fib back on here, from here to here. It could be that the wave C is finished, but we would need a bearish break below, in my view, 137.90 here for that potential. 1 hour looks a little bit more bullish, to be honest. And at this time frame, I wouldn't be surprised if it makes it up to the head and shoulders level here at 138.87. And that could be a big question mark. Do we get a bounce, a flag, or a breakthrough? I'm not too sure at this moment. But in any case, at this moment it looks bullish. If it does break through this support zone, it looks bearish. And the big moment is this head and shoulders level. How will price respond to that? That's all I want to really focus on at this moment, because otherwise it's a nasty chart and difficult one, I think. And I think we'll just do an update again on Monday, and I'll probably just wait till then. That's it. Thanks for listening, and wish you all great trading, and see you next week. Cheers, bye-bye.